Previously on Silent Hill. Well, hello once again, and welcome back to Nathan Plays Silent Hill 2 Restless Dreams. My name is Nathan, and this is Silent Hill for the Xbox. In the previous episode, well, we got chased down a hallway by a bad man, and Maria unfortunately didn't make it and was cruelly executed right in front of us. Hence the somber piano music that starts off in the background of this episode. We made it to the lobby of the other side hospital, and now we've found in a side room. He who is not bold enough to be stared at from across the abyss is not bold enough to stare into it himself. The truth can only be learned by marching forward. Follow the map. There's a letter and a wrench. Oh, okay, we've got the map here. And it's sort of highlighted on there now. Letter, wrench. A letter wrench. Also, circled a spot in Rosewater Park and underlined Silent Hill Historical Society. Well, I copied them onto my map. I got the hospital lobby key. Well, books about medicine, the town, and the region are lined up here. Wherever Laura's off to, we can't say. I don't have time to stand around reading all this. Yeah, it doesn't really seem like the coziest little book nook there anyway. We're going to look around here a little bit more. Accompanied by the piano music once again. But pretty much everything around here is inaccessible, and we do actually have the key to leave, so maybe we'll just do that. Maria's dead. I couldn't protect her. Once again, I couldn't do anything to help. Laura has run off somewhere. Mary, what should I do? Are you really waiting somewhere for me? Or is this your way of taking... I'm going to find Mary. It's the only thing I have left to hope for. And with that, we are now released back into the streets of Silent Hill. It's nighttime. No more or less visible than during the day, really. Of course, there are monsters about. We've got a bit of a walk ahead of us, and I'm going to kind of edit out a lot of it. We need the key and the wrench. We need to go to Rosewater Park, and then the Historical Society is underlined now. We got a long way to go, and apparently all night to get there. I'm just going to add that one of the things I like about this era of games is that when I read the dialogue and the notes and things, I feel like I can't be worse than some of the voice acting in games of this era. So it's heartening in a way. It's encouraging. Anyway, this tunnel is sort of new. Kind of very frightening looking gate here at the end of it, and some sort of a new creature menacing us. We're running on fencing? And, these critters hang below and try to spike your feet. defeated, they drop into the endless abyss below. But now it's unlocked. So now we're on sort of the east side of town. There's Woodside up to the north there. And we're a little closer to Letter and Wrench, so I guess we'll head past the Happy Burger and wonder if they're still open. No, I guess they wouldn't be. Nobody here. Lots of resources to find as you go, so definitely it helps if you stick to kind of the sides of the street and watch James's eye line as you move. Again, as I often point out, we are playing on easy, so there will be more things to pick up here than on a normal or hard playthrough. So skipping forward quite ahead, we got to the spot. It was a row of houses. Here's the Letter and Wrench. There wasn't really a lot to see on the way here, to be honest with you. It was just running in the dark and fighting monsters. Avoiding most of them. There's a letter here as well. Or perhaps you are a fool. The truth usually betrays people. Well, that's... A part of that abyss is in the old society. The key to the society is in the park, at the foot of the praying woman, inside the ground, inside of a box. To open it, I need a wrench. My patient buried it there. I knew, but did nothing. It made me uneasy to have such a thing near. I wasn't looking for the truth. I was looking for tranquility. I also saw that thing. I fled, but the museum was sealed as well. Now, no one dares to approach that place. If you still do not wish to stop, James, I pray to the Lord to have mercy on your eternal soul. So, we've gotten kind of hints of what's going on here before. In the hospital, we found the note by the patient who claimed to have buried the key by the statue. Now we've been reading notes seemingly left by one of the doctors, but suddenly it turns out to be addressed directly to me, which is alarming in its own way. And, I mean, I can only guess who he meant, or what or who he meant by that thing. And, so we've been near this door before. The door that wakes in darkness. Opening into nightmares. Well, it is dark now. So let's crack it open. Dive on into our nightmares. It's just more of the town. Kind of a shortcut that we couldn't use earlier. At least we don't have to go through the apartments all over again. And let's head up to Rosewater Park. Curiously, those kind of scraping industrial noises still continue off in the distance somewhere. Sort of like a giant machine. Never stopping. It's interesting. Where the heck? Okay, like I'm right here. Oh, okay, there we go. Victim of persecution by blank. Jennifer, perhaps Carol, lived with pride and honor. What happened here shall never be forgotten. The ground is raised up, only here. Could there be something under here? Will you dig? Yes, I think so. Hands sounding mysteriously like trowels. We did. Oh. The small metal box is fastened by bolts. I can't open the lid. Well, as it happens, we have this wrench we found on Lindsay Street. It's a tool for turning nuts and bolts. Perfect. I used the wrench. I got the old bronze key. And we're off and running yet again. Time to do a lot of traveling. First, we're going to get good and confused on our way out of the park. I don't entirely understand how this park is laid out, even, you know, in bright of day. A whole bunch of supplies over here. So it's time to head back up Nathan Avenue. Still kind of weird for me, personally, a little bit. And, you know, skip a bit of running and end up at the Historical Society. The nurses from the hospital are now wandering around outside as well. I'm not sure if you noticed that earlier, or if I mentioned it, or if we saw it at all. Seeing as how I skipped so much of the, this is the Boats to Lakeside Amusement Park and Lakeview Hotel. I hear another one of them out here somewhere. Here we are. Historical, great sign. Really cool. I used the old bronze key. I'm not sure I've commented as well. You don't get to see it that often, because usually the load times are actually pretty short. But the footprints just kind of randomly blot around the screen. It's kind of great. Here we are in the Historical Society. We'll take a quick save, and then we're going to move on and explore. Cash register. Can't seem to check it for any money. I mean, what if that guy from Resident Evil 4 shows up and we have nothing to spend? I'm sure James has a bit of cash on him. Anyway, move into kind of this display room area. Display case is unfortunately smashed. Well, I feel like I didn't give that last room quite a fair shake. Let's quickly look around here. A photo is hanging here. Wiltsea Coal Mine. Okay. I mean, it looks sort of like an oil rig, but oh. Okay. That looks awfully familiar. Misty Day. Remains of the Judgment. It's him. There probably used to be a painting here. Only the explanation remains. Waterfront Landscape. Alan Smith, date of birth and death unknown. The scene of this area from long ago. From the style, it looks like it was done sometime around 1820. There were a lot fewer people then, and only a handful of buildings. Fair enough. Nothing of particular interest inside the case. Well, I'm really jazzed to head deeper into this place where I know the terrifying executioner awaits us. There's a gaping hole in the wall and a mysterious staircase heading down. We'll get to that in a second. Also an ominous droning. There's a photo of a deep, deep hole. What could this be? A photo of the director of the old Brookhaven Hospital. It looks like he was a famous person in town. A photo is hanging here. Brookhaven Hospital, 1880. The hospital was built in response to a great plague that followed a wave of immigration to this area. It was originally little more than a shack, but it gradually grew and grew. Like on its own, or did it have builders? There's nothing particularly special about this photograph. Oh, ouch. I mean, I've been finding interesting things about almost every other piece in here. Well, down we go. Deeper and deeper. Way, way down. Sort of further down than you might think. There's also a very distant droning. Sounds like a foghorn. It's not getting any louder or quieter, and we're still going downstairs. The door, when it finally comes, is almost a shock. The droning is almost constant now. Some kind of document is lying here. September 11th, 1820. Prisoner number C221. I can't read the rest. What is this? Bars on the windows. Prisoner in the documents. I mean, we can assume we found some sort of a penitentiary holding facility, if you like. Oh yeah, okay. But why would this be at the end of an extremely long staircase under a historical society? Who can say? Sure does have our old friends in it, though. This seems familiar to the picture that we saw earlier. The hole's dark, and I can't see anything. Will you jump down? I mean, no. But also, yeah. So we seem to have awoken? Found ourselves at the bottom of a well. Debris everywhere. It's just a wall. It would be impossible to climb this. It's just a wall. Huh. This is different. Just this spot here feels different than a normal wall. I wonder if I could somehow break it. Not with that, fool. Oh, there's the battery. I don't know if I ever commented upon that, but it's just a regular battery. There's Angela's knife. Probably not great for breaking walls. Oh, wooden plank. Perfect. Really didn't sound like I was making any progress there, but it worked. So we've moved from that prison into sort of like a, I guess you'd call a sewer area, but not exactly, because since when are sewers lined with brick walls, but there's pipes and water underfoot, as you can tell. Monsters, naturally. Here we see just how powerful a swift kick can be, because usually if you knock them down, it's just one kick to keep them that way, but extra shotgun shells. Okay, let's stop in this room first. We've got some side rooms here. I got the spiral writing key. Oh, and my flashlight's gone out. Is this thing out of batteries? It won't light up when I press the switch. So, I tried anyway. Spiral writing key is a key with slim thing. It says, "'Tis doubt which leadeth thee to purgatory." It's a long cylinder attached, which is engraved with spiral writing. The door's locked. Appears to be kind of a keypad next to it, but everything's locked. So I guess what we'll do is change the light's battery end. Ugh. So after quite a while of killing a lot of bugs, rather meaninglessly, I realized this wasn't getting me anywhere because they just kept coming. And decided to try the keypad once more, now that I had a proper light. So as you can see, some of the buttons are showing a little more wear than the others, which is kind of your clue. And you basically just have to brute force it until you get the code, which, in our case, is 372. Again, many of the puzzles and codes change on subsequent playthroughs. I'm not sure if that's one of them. But we took a few bites, so we'll just get ourselves back up to condition green there in the status screen in the upper left. Re-equip the shotgun. And I decided before, I would just take a quick look around the rest of this kind of first sewer area. But there wasn't really anything of interest back here. Just needed to know. So with that, let's take the spiral writing key that we found. And head to the end of this hallway. We have kind of another hallway. Like there's doors on the walls there. Perspective's getting a little skewed. We've opened the gate. It's pitch black beyond the door. I can't tell how far the blackness stretches. Will you go down? Yeah.
Killing a person ain't no big deal. Just put the gun to their head, pow.
You killed him?
But it wasn't my fault. He made me do it.
Calm down, Eddie. Tell me what happened.
That guy, he had it coming. I didn't do anything. He just came after me. Besides, he was making fun of me with his eyes, like that other one.
Just for that, you killed him?
What do you mean, just for that?
Eddie, you can't just kill someone because of the way they looked at you.
Oh yeah? Why not? Till now I always let people walk all over me. Just like that stupid dog. He had it coming too.
Eddie?
I was just joking, James. He was dead when I got here, honest. Anyway, I gotta run.
You're going out there alone?
Yeah.
Eddie?
And with that, I suppose we'll just have to catch up with Eddie later. It's always a delight. It's a corpse. The body is marked with bullet holes. Not entirely sure if I believe that you just found him that way, Edward. But I don't really have time to, do the whole investigation right now because we're on a journey of our own. But definitely he seems to be becoming more unhinged every time we run into him. Should have stayed at the bowling alley, I guess. I got the tablet of gluttonous pig. Well, those are words. What? Metal tablet with gluttonous pig drawn on one side. Found it in the dining room. Oh. Interesting. Okay, well, we have that now, I suppose. And then we also have a painting of the dining room in the dining room. How recursive of them. I think this is probably a fine time, though, to cap this video off for today. So, thank you ever so much for watching. We'll see you next mission.